What's going on, good people? Welcome on into the Delmarva Sports Insider, otherwise known as the greatest show in America, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bossert. Trey, this is it. It's win or go home playoff time, playoff football. And what's better than playoff football between two rivals that comes down to the wire? We got that tonight.
Not much, Brandon, one game on the docket for us, but maybe the best game we've seen all year.
Yes.
Smyrna and Sussex Central, Part 2.
Trey, these teams met in the Fog last month. It was an instant classic. This was maybe the best matchup of the semis, and hey, it lived up to the hype tonight. Yeah,
lived up to the hype, to some and a little bit more. November 6th feels like ages ago, but it was week 3 of this football season. On a very foggy night, Smyrna scored 2 touchdowns in the final minutes of the game to survive in Georgetown. Tonight, the fog gone, a balmy, great night for some football, and we got a great game. Sussex Central would actually jump out to a surprising 14-0 lead off 2 Deion Stevens rushing scores. Eagles getting back, Aiden Sanchez finding Jermaine early in the end zone to cut the lead to 14-8. The Knights unfazed. Usually they run it all the time. Tonight they showed they could pass. Zamir Gardner off play action, dropping a dime to Skylar McVicker. 46-yard score is good. Knights go up 20-8. Smyrna would respond. 90-yard touchdown drive capped off by the earthquake. Wayne Knight, direct snap. 2014, couple minutes left till the half. Sussex Central, 3 runs and take it into the half, right? Wrong. Gardner hitting Jeremiah Wilson up the sideline. Golden Knights, no fear, taking a 26-14 lead into the locker room.
We've got upset alert here to the second half. Smyrna on the comeback trail, handoff to Dominic Galvin. He races for pay dirt there. This was back and forth all night. 2 heavyweights trading blows. Central responding with a right hook in the form of Deion Stevens. Powering through, not to be denied. That's his 3rd of the game. Central by 12. But the Eagles have been here before. Now down just 4 2 minutes ago. Sanchez going for it all. Devin Smith, he's there. What a play with the game on the line.
2 minutes left.
Man, Smyrna back out in front, but they gave Zamir Gardner and the Knights too much time in the red zone. Wow, are you kidding me? Gardner to the end zone, and there's Chase Boyle who hauls it in. Central back in front with 5 ticks on the clocks, folks. 5 ticks left. Unbelievable.
Incredible catch.
This was insane. One more chance for Smyrna. That return would go nowhere, and the Knights are riding off to the championship next weekend. They will take on the winner of Middletown and St. George's. What a game.
We know it was like 3rd down, so we know we needed it. We needed it, so I know I had to step up, make the play, and give it to our playmakers and let them do what they do. I was like, if I throw it up to Chase, he either catches it or don't catch it, and we got the 4th down, kick a field goal, either way, but he got up and got it.
There's a lot of trash talk going on, so I was thinking, if I get this, it'll all be quiet, and I won't have to say anything after that.
Yeah, it'll all be quiet. Brandon, it is quiet. I'm shell-shocked. We were looking at the tweets as it happened, and you know what I said? The first thing I said was, wow, it happened again. Smyrna is going to squeak out another comeback win with that amazing offense. And Sussex Central had some time on the clock. Their offense had some confidence, and they marched it right down the field and put a dagger in the Eagles' undefeated season on the road at that. Incredible, incredible stuff. Like I said, we only had 1 game tonight, but this is easily the best game we've seen all year.
Oh my gosh, what a game, the game of the season. These are the types of games that we live for right here to cover this. What can we say other than hats off to Central? I mean, the Knights have shown so much toughness and tenacity. Central held a lead against Smyrna last month, and they lost it. This time they're up 2 scores, and they lose it.
Easy to pack it up after that.
I know. I mean, any other team might have packed it up against Smyrna, but Zamir Gardner leads his team down the field against maybe the favorites to win it all and delivers a great pass with 5 seconds left. Unbelievable.
5 seconds.
We would not be doing this team justice if we didn't mention the ground game led by Stevens and Stratton as well, because this is an all-around team. And the way they battle in the trenches, this is an all-around team, and they just do not give up. They were 1-2 earlier this season. They didn't give up when they were down with 2 minutes to go. This team is for real, and I think they have a real chance against either Middletown or St. George's. I would place my money on the Knights.
If they play as hard as they did tonight, I don't see why Smyrna or Sussex Central, a team that started 1-2 this year in a shortened year, I don't see why they can't win the state title, man. Amazing stuff.
And one more note on the Knights. Talking to John Wells 2 weeks ago before their Milford game, he said how much improvement he's seen out of the quarterback position in Gardner, and we saw that tonight.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the Division II playoffs tonight. Howard took care of business against Red Lion. In our other matchup, Woodbridge will make the long trip north to Claymont to take on the Archmere Auks. The Blue Raiders finished the season with a spotless 5-0 record, winning the tiebreaker over Delmarva for the Henlopen South Crown. But now the Blue Raiders will play Archmere at noon tomorrow, and we will be there. These two matched up last season, Woodbridge with an emphatic 27-0 win in Greenwood. Woodbridge is looking to advance to the championship game for the 4th time in 5 years. Head coach Jed Bell says he knows the Auks are very disciplined, but they'll be ready for tomorrow.
With those guys, you know what you're going to get. The first and foremost are going to be extremely well coached. Their coaching staff does a fantastic job. The second thing that stands out on film is that they don't make mistakes, so they're not going to make any errors or, any forced errors by themselves. So we're going to have to do our best to protect the football, take care of the football, and keep it out of their hands as much as possible.
All right, the last time these two teams matched up, just a few days after the death of former Bridge star Troy Haynes. Definitely an emotional night for the Blue Raiders. They handled business. Jaquan Massey had a huge game on the ground. He, of course, ripped off that 78-yard touchdown just before halftime. He fell to his knees. Young man overcome with emotion for his former teammate, and really the entire team used that as fuel to beat a really good team a year ago. Michael Plummer, who is still on the team, had a 28-yard interception return for score. Archmere only had 2 losses a year ago. One of them came at the hands of Woodbridge by a final of 27-0, as you said, Brandon. So how will the matchup go tomorrow? According to us, prediction time. I have Woodbridge, the 4 seed, knocking off the number 1 seed Archmere, 26-6. So that's my prediction at the top. Brandon, yours is at the bottom. I think Woodbridge's defense is too good. They haven't allowed more than 1 score in a game all year, and I think it stays that way until they see Howard in the title game next week. Brandon, what about you? Break it down.
I'm not going to go that far as talk about Howard just yet, but despite the fact that Woodbridge makes the long trip north, I am going with the Blue Raiders as well, despite the slow starts by the offense this season that we've seen against Caravel and IR and Laurel. I just don't see how Archmere does much against this tenacious defense. I mean, we've got guys on the defensive line like Wyatt Wright is one of those standout players, one of the best players in our area. Ormond Sanders and company leads that incredible D-line. I have Woodbridge 21-7, and like you said, I think we have ourselves a rematch coming up.
Here we are. All right, so Brandon, real quick, we talked about a few things tonight. Smyrna, crazy. It's an amazing comeback. And then Sussex Central, looking at another comeback win from Smyrna in the face, went out and scored with 5 seconds left on the clock. I can't even imagine what 15, 16, and 17-year-olds are thinking that this is happening again. And our season's about to be over. We are on the road.
Right. And
to pull that off with 5 seconds left. What a game for the Golden Knights. Zamir Gardner, John Wells. Coach Wells, we got to give it to him. He is always prepared. PJ Stratton and the crew get it done on the road. That is absolutely insane. I cannot get over this ending. Can't get over the celebration. I cannot get over the fact Sussex Central is into the Division I state championship game next week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people had Central dead at the beginning of the season after that loss to Caesar Rodney and Smyrna. I have a couple of points to make. First, we talked about Central earlier. What a win. I just want to say that Smyrna showed championship toughness in defeat tonight as well, coming back from 2 scores down in the 4th. You don't see that very often. This offense is dynamic. Aiden Sanchez delivering a dime to Devin Smith in the clutch. That was such an amazing play, not only by the quarterback, but also the offensive line and that double move by Smith. Congrats to the Eagles on a fantastic year. Keep your heads up because you guys were absolutely amazing this year. Sanchez has a bright future ahead of him, as do the Eagles. But let me pivot now to Division II. we have to mention that we are 48 minutes away from that Woodbridge-Howard rematch. I really hope we get to see this rematch once again, because I think Woodbridge has the ability to go out there and get revenge for what we saw last year.
Yeah, all right. Well, I also want to shout out really quick Coach Mike Judy. Awesome coach. He does an awesome job with those kids. I know they are hurting in Smyrna tonight. They have nothing to hang their heads for.
Yes.
Excellent season given the conditions. Not able to get it done tonight, but that is sports in a nutshell right there. All right, that's going to do it for the A block. When we come back, state championship Saturday is on the way. Sussex Tech and Polytech had to battle it out first to see who would advance to the title game for field hockey. We've got those highlights and more when we come back. Keep it here. This is the Delmarva Sports Insider.
My name is Mike Judy, head coach at Smyrna High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.